All
No
ears,
worries, man.
brother. Nice to
Yeah,
see you. 15 minutes under three
sure.
questions under 15 minutes. Shoot. Time is
Sure.
on.
No. Yep. No, I appreciate it. It's going to be a little bit loaded, but I'm just kind of checking in on status of the market, and I really haven't seen any inquiries since my first inquiry, which came maybe the second week of December. It didn't end up coming together, but just don't know what else I can really do to market the property. I have it listed everywhere, honestly.
Tell me, where you
Probably
got?
on yeah, yeah. So I mean, honestly, I have it as Airbnb, VRBO, ALE, THD, Howfie, Furnish Finder, CRS, Sedgwick, National Corporate, Zillow Rental Manager, Apartments, Booking.com, HomeLink, Dan Housing, United Corporate Housing, Hello Landing, My Key, House Stay, Housing Headquarters,
Mhm.
and like five or six other random ones. I mean, it's everywhere.
Got it. And you're also on Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
And what's you have that duplicate listing on Airbnb?
Yep.
Okay. Which property is this one? Because I believe I remember seeing the one you had last time. How many bedrooms? What are we looking at?
Yeah, and I don't think I had my interior photos when we had talked about it last time.
Yeah.
So I have interior photos now. But yeah, it's a four bed, three bath, two cars, single family home, fenced backyard. hmm hmm
That's a good product right there. And then what area are you in?
I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So it's a good sized market.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I mean, shoot, you never wish for any claims or anything like that in the market, but we have frigid temps, and
Oh, you
about a
did?
week and a half. Oh yeah, about a week and a half ago, the high was like 5 degrees for 3 or 4 days straight, and pipes burst, things like that. I didn't really get the influx.
Mm.
Have a couple of reps that I follow up with regularly, and didn't really get a whole lot there. One of them seems to be more keen on it being unfurnished. I think I kind of DM'd you on Instagram some of the verbiage that she gave me.
Yeah.
So just
So
trying to figure it out. Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. So second week of December is not bad. I know there's one house that we
Okay.
have where, thing, by the way, January is a slow season. I was just talking
hmm
about this on another call. I spoke to a rep there back in December, and she had said that things were unreasonably slow. Typically, things actually pick up during the holiday because people are at home and things happen. But
hmm
she said it was actually the other way around. But she still said that it was around. I'm like, well, what's quieter than usual? And she's like, what do you typically get in a day? She had said something like, so typically we get about 100 claims per day. But right now we're closer to 70. And that was back around just the time when you got your inquiry around in December. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I thought that was very interesting information because that's from one company across, the nation. Um, so you're definitely doing the right thing. The gestation period, we don't know how long that could take, right? But the
Sure.
the good news is that you've done the work the right way. It's only a matter of time. The only thing I'd want to make sure that you're doing is you're not sitting vacant, that you are at least dabbling in with some of the STR bookings that you can
hmm
for the time being.
hmm
But
hmm
I mean, if you're listed on all those, it's only a matter of time, and you have reps as well out there. I mean, you can't extract the claim out of them, but you can certainly be top of mind should something come
Right.
in your area. And it does come in waves, Justin. That's what I will say. Like, for me to be able to say, hey man, by next week, if you do all these things right, you'll get something.
Sure.
It's just
No,
not
of
the
course
reality.
not.
But
Yeah.
when you tell me, hey, how are you listed? What are you not? I mean, what I would do too is like the availability, in your calendar on, let's say, Airbnb, keep that thing wide open. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the MTR booking, like wide open,
hmm
call it
hmm
an entire 12 months open because
Right.
you're gonna show up in the searches. Furnish Finder, always optimize, let them know that you're available like this week, every week. Don't just sit idle. Uh, on a periodic basis, actually resubmit your property in ALE. Don't just sit on the last
I
one. Like resubmit it because
I
sometimes,
do it every 2 weeks.
yeah,
One one
that's
one
a
time
best
furnished,
practice.
one time unfurnished. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing. Okay. That's
yeah.
good to know. And then another scenario that I wanted to run past you real quick because it just happened, and now I
Mhm.
feel like I'm in a pickle, and I don't know the ins and outs on the Airbnb metric side. But I just got back from Mexico, was out of the country, so I didn't really have my phone and service and stuff like that the whole time. It was just unfortunate timing, but I had I have Price Lab set up, and that's where I kind of do the whole setup where it's within 21 days seems to be my lead time on market for short
Mm-hmm.
term, where it's okay, at market rate, and then after that 21 to 180 days it's 400%,
Nice.
and then at 500% after that for 180 to 365. But then I just got into this and started using that strategy. So I guess I signed up for the free trial on Price Labs, and it expired while I was in Mexico. I figured then my card would have kicked in, but I guess, again, with signing up on all these platforms, my card was not on file. So then they basically turned the services off until I put my card in. And again, that was 3 or 4 days. So then I came back from Mexico and I had 3 short-term rental bookings booked because somehow Instant Book got turned on. So now I have one in March, one in July, and one in June. And now I'm like, all right, man, like, do I honor those? Do I try and cancel? Do I just run it as a short-term rental for the summer season while it's going to be busy, and then pick up the insurance thing, after busy season and get some experience
Um,
there? Because I don't know, because that was tough.
I, I I would deal with it as it comes. If right now, you don't know like what this just opened up an opportunity, right? So don't
Sure.
squash it, right? Be like, okay,
Right.
that booking's great. But now if it comes and you have again, this way you have to have that duplicate listing. If it ends up being that you get
Mm-hmm.
like a 6 month and booking and you got to make an executive decision, then I go back to the script. So it's still readjust, keep it as, we don't want to be that far out for the time being. It's all you. Like if you think there's a chance you're gonna honor those, great. If you think not, the earlier is always better than let people know. The script that I
Right.
use is like, hey, by the way, like there's been a hiccup, like these were actually supposed to be blocked out and they weren't. Just want to let you know. Obviously, you might get some pushback and you might be like, oh, like that's unfortunate. Why'd you let me book, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would, if you want to wait it out, there's plenty of time for them to rebook. But at the same time, if I know that I'm not gonna serve these people, then I want to be, it's in their best interest for them to know on the earlier side. And I would just
Sure.
message them to see, hey, by the way, like I want to give you, an opportunity to get ahead of it. These were supposed to be blocked out and they were open, or wait until later. But I always like to give them a heads up anyway. So that's kind of a business decision. That's up to you.
No,
But
I hear you.
you know what I
And
mean? Like,
I had tried on one of the bookings for, I think, June. I tried to tell her, I said immediately, like as soon as it came in, I saw it once I got service. I was like, hey, shoot, there must have been a glitch in the system. I had it set as a 30-day minimum stay on this property. Not sure what happened, and kind of left it on them. And then I kind of, I thought the understanding of that process was they had to go in and then cancel, so it didn't affect my metrics.
did
But
you
then
tell them to do that?
I
Yeah, go
did.
ahead.
Yeah, I did. And then she had said to me, she said she talked with Airbnb and I actually have to go in and cancel. So I don't know if that's her pushing back or
Yeah.
if that's, I don't know.
Well, I would do this. Um, what I would probably do is say, well, you know, what will end up happening because I want you to have a place to stay, when it's your trip is I'll probably have to make this adjustment as we get closer to date. I just wanted to give you a heads up that way you're not caught up in at this time of the year without a place to stay. Always make it
Hmm.
about them, not you. That way they're like, all right, like he just told me if I want to roll the dice and I'll do it. You'll see that in a couple weeks they'll
Yeah.
cancel if they have it'll just sit with them. They're like, oh, he's not because I don't know the person's situation, but if you want to just educate them that you have the ability to cancel on your end so that you can find another place, especially during
Hmm.
that time of the
Hmm.
year. I know that the options might be, limited as you wait further down, but if you choose to wait, that's fine. I just wanted to give you a heads up, and the way I'll probably do it is, end up canceling closer to the time, which will give you less time. So that's why I wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
That way you
No,
put it
that
on
makes
them.
sense.
And then if
Exactly.
they want to take
Yeah.
that risk, it's like
Yeah.
it really will be to them because they get to the point you get a 3 month booking or even a month booking or whatever. Maybe you just honor it for now until something better comes on, but you've already like let the record show that I had already given you a heads up.
And that makes sense, 100%. And I guess just for my clarity and peace of mind on that, as
Mhm.
far as what's possible, can I actually go in and cancel their booking? It just hurts my metrics. And can they
Yeah.
cancel? Is it
Yeah,
both
you
ways are
can
possible?
cancel it. It'll just show that you end up canceling. You don't want to do that. to just because, you know, you want to have a good history, whether it's Superhost or whatever it is that you're optimizing for. But yeah, you have the ability to cancel, you know,
Okay.
a booking as a host. So that's the worst case scenario.
Okay.
That's why I would let the
Yeah.
time pass and I would just send them a reminder and really emphasize for them to shut it down, so
Hmm.
that you can
Hmm.
kind of, you know, keep that status. And it
That makes
happens,
sense.
trust me. We've had
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
book during our midterm stays too, and we're like, what happened? So, but as
Exactly.
long
I was
as you
just
give
like,
them a
what
heads
switched
up,
up? Yeah.
it
Okay.
happens.
Cool, man. Well, that's super helpful. I appreciate it. I don't want to take too much of your time, but that gave me some clarity, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can
Trust the
get
process,
some
man.
increase. Yeah. Yeah.
Trust the
100%.
process. Like,
Yeah.
trust me, I've been in that situation too. Just, it's gonna sound crazy, but just visualize the bookings coming in and make sure you do everything to put yourself in that position of the person that's gonna book. What would they want to see? Continue to make tweaks along the way. And it's only a matter of time because these things
Hmm.
happen. Another
Hmm.
thing too, the
Hmm.
reason why we really emphasize Airbnb is because Airbnb has their Airbnb for work as well. That's been very prevalent lately,
Yeah. Yeah.
that we've seen bookings come in like that. Just, you know, literally, some other student just messaged me the other day like, oh my god, I got an $8,000 booking from like Airbnb for work. So let that sometimes leverage those platforms as well. Don't sleep on it.
No kidding.
And only a matter of time, man. I know you're gonna
And
message
then,
me in a couple of
dude, I
days. I'm
can't wait
speaking
to,
into
man. You'll be the
existence.
first I share it with. So, no, I appreciate it. And then, real quick on that. So, that Airbnb for work, is that a separate listing?
It's not that it's a separate listing. It'll come through usually for like a month or 2 months or 3 months. So I
Okay.
always
So, I
want to
don't have
have
to.
the,
Okay.
you know, do you have two Airbnb listings for that property?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure that the other one's wide open and they'll
It's
find
wide
you.
open. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And
All
double
right.
check too. Sometimes like Guesty or whoever you're using a PMS could have a blocked out calendar. Like,
Mm.
you know, without, trust me, trust but verify. I've seen it too
I
many
I
times.
usually go in from a third party lens and look at my listing from a
Yeah.
public view and just play with it just to make sure and check on pricing. So I'll keep doing that. But yeah, yeah, cool.
Can't wait for your message, man. Justin,
Hey,
stay through. You got this.
will do, brother. All right, man.
Awesome. I'll
Appreciate you.
let you
Have
conquer
a
the
good
rest of
one.
your day,
All right,
man. Cheers.
sounds good.